Hey everyone, it's Lisa from the blog farmhouseonboone.com, and today I'm going to take you on a little tour of our Victorian farmhouse for Christmas. This blog post today is in collaboration with my friend Julie over at the lifestyle blog and YouTube channel julieblanner.com. She is a wonderful go-to resource for all things home and entertaining. She has some amazing recipes on her website, as well as some very simple and elegant home decor. She keeps everything just so simple, but it's just remarkably beautiful. So be sure after you watch my home tour to head over to Julie's channel, hit that subscribe button and watch her home tour as well. I know she's gonna have something very, very beautiful for us like she does every single year. So if you follow along with the Farmhouse on Boone channel, you know that we moved into our 1890s farmhouse in February. We bought it in January. I think we finally moved in February. So we are settled in, but we are not totally renovated and ready for a Christmas tour. Our kitchen is still completely under construction and we don't have a kitchen sink. So I kind of almost thought about not even doing this tour this year. But then I remembered how much fun it was as a kid to decorate and how much I really enjoy all the lights and the greenery. You only get to do it one time every year. And so instead of just ditching the whole thing, I just decorated the areas that I could. So I did our living room, dining room, the stairs, so the little landing area, and the entryway, and kept it at that. So there's still quite a bit of cheery and festive Christmas decor, even though the kitchen isn't decorated, although I would love to, and I cannot wait till next year to do so. I can just imagine it. I even was able to bring a few touches into the unfinished kitchen with our plywood countertop. So in the living room, I brought in some cozy textures, like a big blue and white antique quilt. I brought in some knits in a green cable knit pillow and a cream cable knit throw blanket, as well as a handmade sweater pillow, which I have a tutorial for on here. I will link it in the description box below. And then I brought in a flannel blanket that I made that just gives that cozy vibe. That's what I like to do in these winter months. And then a lot of times I'll leave most of it up throughout February, just so that it continues to feel cozy long after Christmas is over. Now for the Christmas tree, I shared all about that in a recent video, my farmhouse Christmas tree video. I'll link it below. But basically I did kind of a blue and white theme. I did some handmade ornaments, as well as lots of bells and some neutrals, and kept it really simple, farmhouse classic Christmas tree. We have a side porch right off the living room, and it has the most amazing green and white Victorian door. I had Luke just add a little screw into the top of the trim so that I'd have a spot to put a wreath, because a wreath hanger can't go over all of that fancy millwork. And now I can hang things there, which I love. I went ahead and hung some black ice skates and stuffed them with some greenery and bells just to make them a little bit more festive. And now that door has a little bit of cheer if someone does come up on the side porch. Now in the dining room, my favorite piece in our whole house is our big antique hutch. Now I bought that from the person who lived here before. He didn't really want to move it. I don't blame him, it's huge. And so we bought that from him, filled it with some blue and white ironstone, and then I just added some greenery that I cut off of our property, some ribbons and bells, and kept it really simple, but it's so pretty. In that same room, I have a pie safe with a flow blue antique plate collection above it. To that I just added more greenery and some candles and pine cones, and I added some stockings to the knobs on the front and kept that room really simple. I also wrapped some of my handmade beeswax candles with paper wrapping and twine and set those out on the table over a grain sack table runner that I made as well. Now the stairs were my favorite part, and I knew that they would be because when we moved into this house, one of the selling factors, which there were many, were the beautiful stairs. We had them restored, so they were all scuffed up and not so pretty. We had them fully restored, and I just could not wait to get some Christmas decor on them. So I just made them kind of festive by adding some greenery to the banister, as well as some ribbon and some of my grain sack stockings. I tied the stockings on with some thinner ribbon, and I tied on the greenery with some floral wire, and it goes all the way up to the top of the steps. Now in the entryway, I just brought a few things in. I had in my Christmas stash a couple of small pre-lit Christmas trees, so I added them in and plugged them in for some cheery lights. And then I also brought in a wooden crate that I had in my stash and stuffed it with some greenery and wood to make it cozy and warm. Now, one of my favorite things to do for Christmas is add wreaths to hutch doors. So to do that, I just hung some of those command strip hook things to the back of the doors, and I hung them upside down. And then I just added some ribbon to the wreaths and put the ribbon over the door and then looped it through on the command strips behind. And now the doors of the sewing hutch in our entryway have a couple of beautiful greenery and eucalyptus wreaths. And I did the same thing with the hutch that we keep in our kitchen. To the front door, I added a greenery wreath. I just love how it looks against the wood that we had stripped in the front of our house. All right, well, thank you so much for watching this tour of our home decorated for Christmas. Again, be sure to head over to my friend Julie. She is my real life friend, and I've been to her house many times. It is just as beautiful in real life, maybe even more beautiful than it is on camera. And I'm sure that she has a gorgeous tour. I cannot wait to go watch it myself for you this year. All right, if you're brand new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I make 2 new videos every week on food from scratch, natural living, and a handmade home. Thank you so much for stopping by the farmhouse.